This is an example from the book 3.18. We're going to discuss the statement of cash flow for Coca-Cola. And we know Coca-Cola is a company in its mature stage, right? And for a typical mature company, it has positive operating cash flow, positive or negative investing cash flows. Here, we can see the Coca-Cola still makes some investment, especially a huge investment in year 2. We will discuss this later. The next is for the typical mature company is financing cash flow of negative. But we find a positive net cash flow from financing in year 2. Okay, so these are actually a basic characteristic of a mature company, and Coca-Cola, majority of the number in Coca-Cola's statement of cash flow meet the criteria, and also Coca-Cola keep making profits, right? Keep making profits. Especially in year 2, there is a large increase from 5 to 6 billion. But there's a little bit of drop, okay? That's because actually we can find there is a large equity income, actually equity loss, okay? And this equity loss probably is caused by the merger and acquisition in year 2. Actually, the reason why the company has a huge increase in the investing is because this item, right? Year 3 and year 1, this item is less than 1,000, but here is 5,600, very large increase. Actually, in year 2, Coca-Cola acquired another company, so it needs a large amount of cash flows. Although operating cash is enough to provide this investment, but it's kind of, they are too close, right? So in this case, the Coca-Cola issue new debt. As a mature company, it is easier to borrow money from bank at a lower interest rate, right? So Coca-Cola borrow money to finance this large merger and acquisition. And this acquisition turned out to be a incurred loss, actually, which is shown in year 3. Right? So that's the logic between year 2 and year 3. The company makes huge investment, needs a large amount of cash, and the operating cash flow cannot provide enough cash, so company issue debt. Right? And Coca-Cola keep paying dividends, repurchase the shares, also issue some of the stock, right? Issue stock to finance the large acquisition. And some debt for mature company are due, so Coca-Cola also pay the debt, pay back the debt. And the acquisition in year 2 turned out to be a loss in year 3. So the company, when Coca-Cola prepared the income statement, it deducted this equity loss from the income statement. But because this is a non-cash loss, right? It deducts from revenue to calculate net income, but it is not cash outflow. So when we prepare statement of cash flow for operating activities, this will be a add back. Also, we can see other large add backs, right? Depreciation and amortization. They are the largest add back of the list, and also the second. Actually, both depreciation, amortization, and also stock-based compensation, they are non-cash expense. Okay, they are considered expense in the income statement, but there is no cash outflow. So when we reconcile the net income with operating cash flow, we add these non-cash expense back. Okay, all other operating working capitals are kind of fluctuate. Some are positive, some are negative, but they are not major. They do not have a major effect.